Hey viewers, welcome back to Wes's Corner. Today I'm going to talk about my life with autism and the struggles that I've faced. First of all, I'd like to say autism is not bad. We just think differently than neurotypical people. My form of autism is more well known as Asperger's syndrome, but we tend not to refer to it that way anymore. Now we just say that we're on the spectrum, or that we have autism, or most preferably that we are autistic people or people with autism, using person first language. Now I can't speak for everybody that has it, but I think it is generally true that we want to put the person before the diagnosis, less problematic and troublesome that way, I believe. 1 in 59 children are born with autism, and there are about 75 million people with autism as part of the world's population, or about 1%. So I can finally say that I am part of the elite 1%. There are far more men diagnosed than there are women, and women don't tend to present as much as men do traditionally. Now this could change in the future as more awareness is spread, but that's what the numbers are for right now. What causes one to have autism? Well, it's not really known, but it's said to be a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Can't really say for sure, but research is still being done to try to determine a cause. What's it like to be an autistic person? Well, there are a few common traits that people with autism tend to share. We do tend to hate eye contact. Maintaining eye contact can be difficult. It's hard to look somebody in the eyes. I've found you might feel like your eyes are burning, and to fix this, we might actually overcompensate and look at someone in the eyes for too long, and that other person might start to feel uncomfortable or creeped out as a result. We're trying. Honestly, just please be patient with us. Social gatherings, also a pain in the ass. At least for me, I tend to gravitate toward people I know because I'm uncomfortable in crowds of people that I don't know. That doesn't mean that it's impossible or true for all people with autism. It's just my experience. It's definitely something I've gotten better with over time, but I still have bad days. I can still go out and see a band play with my friends or go to a karaoke bar and do okay for the most part. A little bit of liquid courage helps that. We also tend to hyperfixate on something that we're really into. We find something that we are really into or see something really exciting, and we get a one-track mind about it, focusing only on that thing. It can become difficult to tear ourselves away from it, which can cause other people to become frustrated as well. If you're a person with autism, just try talking about your favorite show or movie at length and watch people start to get bored. But it's not their fault. They don't think like we do, and we don't think like they do. Just like we ask a neurotypical person to be patient with us, we should also be patient with them. Think of it like this. A neurotypical person drives on the freeway, while the person with autism drives the back roads. Sure, we take longer to get there, but the destination is still the same. We just happen to see different things along the way. People with autism tend to be very literal-minded. We fail to catch certain jokes because of our way of thinking and processing. Similar to that, we sometimes can have trouble reading a person's facial expressions or understanding their tone. We also tend to be very blunt. We're not trying to be mean. It's just how we are. We tend to have problems in our own tone sometimes, coming off as rude when we don't intend to be. Sometimes people with autism, even the more milder presentations, can go nonverbal. We're not angry. It's not a problem with you. Sometimes we just literally do not have the energy to speak. We hear what you say and we're processing it. It's just that sometimes you might not get a response. People with autism also tend to stim, or what does that mean? That means we stimulate repetitive movements or actions. I find myself rocking back and forth a lot of the times, or bouncing my knee. Some people rub their hands together. Some people might not stim at all, or they might have a variety of ways that they do it. It's not the same for everyone. It just depends on the person. And now we have the superpower traits of autism. Yeah, we've heard it all before, the Rain Man effect, if you will, savant syndrome. We suck at a lot of things, but we have this one thing we're uncommonly well versed with. First of all, in personal experience, don't call us Rain Man, don't call us Sam from I Am Sam. Don't call us those things. Don't use the R word. We're not. Do not fetishize us. We are people as well, not objects for your fascination or enjoyment. It is true that some of us have a particular skill or ability that some might find uncanny or fascinating. That part is true. I myself have a very good memory with numbers. It's done me very well with my job. I can remember a lot of things because my job deals with numbers a lot, and that is, I found, very helpful. Being able to quickly memorize information has done more good than bad for me. Some people with autism are artistically gifted, whether it's film, painting, music. There's many ways that this can be manifested specifically. It might not just be one talent, it could be a variety. You never know. Not everybody's open about that kind of thing. So, you might be wondering, beyond that, what can a person with autism actually do? We can do anything. Now, some people with more severe presentation of autism might be a little more limited, but people on the spectrum can function in everyday society. We work, we drive, we get married, we have kids. I have 3 of them. We spend time with friends. I have less of them. We can hold public office, be in a movie, start a movement to fight climate crisis, be an animal scientist, run companies, and many other things. We can do anything that anybody else can do. We are not necessarily developmentally disabled. Well, you don't look autistic. That's something I hear a lot. And let's just be honest, that's a microaggression. No need to paint it any other way, no need to sugarcoat it. Let me ask, what does a person with autism look like? I wonder. Tell me, I'll wait. Are we a different color? Do we have physical deformations? You don't have permission to minimize our diagnosis just because we don't present in a certain way. We walk among you all the time, and you wouldn't know that we had autism unless we told you. So you have no right to make statements based on our appearance or how we act just because we don't fit your mold of the autistic stereotype. Understood? Okay, Karen, that's all for that. There are definitely a lot of deeper parts to having autism. This is just scratching the surface, if we're being honest. I haven't even gotten into the autism meltdown. I haven't even gotten into sensory overload. Those things will be getting their own separate videos. The autism meltdown is not something I see touched on a lot, so I'd like to bring some more awareness to it. I'll also be doing other videos focused on autism. It is one of the main focuses of the channel itself, after all. You'll see videos about notable people with autism, the theory of mind and how it relates to autism, and a number of others. But as for the next video, we're going to be focusing on BoJack Horseman and how it relates to mental health. Spoiler alert, it relates to mental health a lot. But that's all for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, discuss your experiences with autism, whether you are a person with autism or you know someone else with autism. Once again, thanks for visiting Wes's Corner.